Trick or treat, Zolik. What's up, buddy? How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Are you wearing your Badger stuff in to rub it into the Cornhusker fans?
Maybe a little.
There was a little bit of banter.
This was my Halloween costume.
This was
for
your
work.
Halloween
Yes,
costume.
Yes, I came straight from work, and I had my cheese head. It's in the car. I decided
Nice.
not to go with that.
Nice.
So I had my cheese head on all day at work, and my Badger.
What do you think of our new banner?
No, it's great.
We're kind of starting to be more official a little bit. So
we're taking baby steps.
baby step. And I do know how to do the podcast. I really, truly am gonna. That's Brandon's hand. If you're wondering what that is, it's not like some Halloween costume thing going on there. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, we're live on beermoneypulling.com on our YouTube channel. You can chat with us on our website as well as the YouTube page. Ask us a question. Let us know what's going on. And that's what we always have to do about that. The physical address is always the first question I'm asked about a pull. The Wampus Cat pulling team. I bet that's Mary. And she is like the super fan. They have the Wampus Cat super stock diesel pulling tractor. They were in Louisville last year. So Mary always wants to know that. So as how do you grow pulling? The physical address. That's one thing for pullers too. You know, we don't even know that. So promoters even need to do a better job of getting the physical.
Drives me absolutely nuts.
Okay, so
It does. Put it on the flyer.
get that address out there. So Brandon, our Facebook wizard says get it on the flyer. Get the physical address out there.
50 pulls this year, and probably 15 of them I had to stop at a gas station and ask, where the hell is this place at?
And knowing you probably did say that. Where in the hell is this place at? So welcome to Let's Grow Pulling Live with Ryan. My name's Jason Schultz, Ryan Zolik, and Brandon Johnson over here. So we're excited tonight. We got two great guests tonight. We got Jesse Dawson from the Pulling Radio Network. He lives in Kentucky. I'm pretty sure he does. He's got his last pull of the year that he's announcing. It's a national quarter scale garden tractor pull, and that's the highest level garden tractor pulling there is. And then we're gonna have Bruce Moen. He's the president of the Western New York Pro Pulling League, and they put out an awesome video, and he shared it with us over the weekend, and I kind of put it out on pulloff.com today, which is kind of it's a website where the pullers go. That's where where all the for sale ads are.
Yep.
And the message board and
Between
stuff like that.
pull-off and then what the
Fonda
Fondas
bars,
have done with
the
their
Midnight Mistress, the Midnight before Facebook. That's where you went. That's
I
where
remember
you went.
in high school. That's where that's where I went to the first before they really started cracking down on which websites you could go to.
Mm-hmm.
That one I couldn't go to after they started putting in influence because it was Midnight Mistress.
Chuck Hobbs says, "Good evening, my friends." And
But I could always get on pull-off.
And Aaron Stern, that's Amanda's husband. They're super Badger State fans. Auto steers so driving so he can watch. Perfect. So thank God for technology.
Yeah.
So Amanda's husband can watch the show. So we'll see if anybody's chapping in.
Hopefully Chuck doesn't have to steal his kid's iPad.
Yeah. Chuck's on his own. So we
Yeah.
got people. What do we got? People chiming in. We got Fostoria, Ohio's watching. We got you can click around if you're a little bit. You're the kind of the engineer guy, but we're excited to have you with us on
Jersey.
Halloween night. New Jersey, Burlington, Wisconsin. I always like to see where people are watching from. Tennessee, Missouri, Ohio. Got a lot of people from all over again watching the show tonight. So send us a message. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what's going on in your life, where you went to pulling this year, different things like that. Chuck's done in the field, Aaron. I get to watch from home tonight. Yeah, and he actually has his own. He has his own iPad because he's not coming in from his kids' sign on.
Master Strike or
Master Strike. Yeah. So we know. Go to beermoneypulling.com if you're still watching our Facebook pages, or go to the YouTube channel. There we got a new chat message on the website there. So we're excited to have you here on Halloween night. If you're just joining us, I was excited tonight. I gave out
Kiwani's in the house.
Kiwani's in the house. I gave out
Or somewhere nearby.
I gave out hero cards tonight to all the kids, and only 2 kids were like, "What is this?" But the rest of the kids were like, "My dad knows who you are," and a lot of stuff like that. And I also gave out Butterfingers, Snickers, and M&Ms as well. So it was a good dad. So I mixed up a Crown and Coke, and I sat by the computer, turned on a little tune, and took care of the trick-or-treaters.
Jefferson representing.
Jefferson, Wisconsin's in the house. So I want to give a shout-out to Jimmy Lukey. Everybody,
Yes.
I guess he's not doing well. He's in the hospital, and I haven't heard a lot since yesterday. But
A big name in the up
if-
here in the Midwest.
And
upper
I think
Midwest,
everybody's heard of Jimmy Lukey
Yeah.
before. Nationwide, the Lukey Eliminator. Thought he had pneumonia. Sounds like it's some respiratory stuff. Sounds like it's worse than the pneumonia. So, I just prayers for Jimmy Lukey. That's all we can do. God has his own plan, and it just sucks because we all know Jimmy really well in this room. We've seen him for years. I've hooked to a sled multiple times, and
the amount of events that
oh,
guy does in a summer.
This was his 47th
47th
Yeah.
year.
47th
Just imagine all the polls.
47th year operating sleds.
All the polls that he's been to.
And
in
his
47
daughter's
years.
Allison, right?
Yeah.
And she was operating a sled. And his dad was the one who started it all.
Yep.
I mean,
They have their original.
I
they
believe
have
he-
their original
yeah.
sled restored in their shop. I've been meaning to go out there and visit with them and take a look at it.
Yeah, they were pioneers in the mechanical.
So
sled.
shout out to Jimmy Lukey. Mark Truden, Jason Vinny's father-in-law, one of our super farm pullers in Badger State, he does a super job of sending me text messages, kind of keep me up in the loop what's going on. And I put a shout out on Beer Money and different things like that to kind of say, hey, let's know what's going on with Jimmy Luke Key. So Kevin Dick, he's Ohio. He's our Ohio State fan.
I think
in the
so
house.
far with
The Spirit of
yeah.
76, our puller, our legend pullers in the house tonight. So anyway, just excited. I don't know, just a lot going on. I guess we really need to narrow down the winter pulling circuit. We know a lot about Gordyville because, we're going to be going down there, going to have our T-shirt booth down there, going to have the Remedy down there. We won down there last year on Saturday night, and that was a big win for us, obviously. Kind of our first big national win, if you will, with the Remedy in the 4.1 class. So excited about being down there again. And I know Clint is really the pro stock thing this year with this team thing and the money.
The raise purse.
The
just
raise
for
purse,
that,
like 25 grand or 20 or 25
between
grand.
the 2 nights, there'll be
It's
a 25.
big money.
Yeah. And then I think an additional purse, if you can get that, if your team wins, there's an additional purse out there for that as well. So
That's
We
crazy.
got diesels and dark corners this weekend.
Yeah, so the Beer Money, you're going to see the Beer Money pulling team trailer down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be T-shirts in that trailer. Now I'm going to tell Lars to sell trailers. So Mark
yeah, 'cause he's
Thomford.
such a great. I think Mark will probably sell more than Jamie.
So if you see the Beer Money pulling team trailer down there, the Remedy's not in there, but the Blue
Yeah, they're gonna
Smoothie
open it up and
Express
they're thinking tractors, and here there's 2 trucks.
Yeah, couple other Wisconsin pullers are going down there. Jesse Blodgett and who's the other one? Matt posted about it earlier.
Okay,
But
cool.
Wisconsin's going to be represented well down in the deep south. So
And one thing cool too that I like what Matt's doing with Wisconsin polling promoters, and we're gonna have Let's Grow Polling awards that we're gonna think of.
It is
But the-
award season.
Yeah,
The
it's
CMAs
gonna
are
be-
this week. So.
It's going to be fan based, so we're going to let the Beer Money Polling Team Nation vote on these awards, and we need to get that done, guys. And I've been thinking
Chuck
about that
require-
for a month. What Chuck say? Tilt the camera
No,
down.
you'll
the
have to
middle.
do it from the top because it's.
Chuck's kind of high maintenance.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's he want to see? Our shirts more or what? Oh, Chuck's kind of got it figured out. I like what this guy's good. We should put him on the payroll.
Yeah, I think.
Being
yeah.
you guys don't make any money, we can put Chuck on the payroll too. So this works out good.
he's a director.
He's a director, but
He's an off-site producer.
yeah, Liberty, Kentucky, and that's what Jesse Dawson's going to talk about in a little bit. And we'll kind of wrap up our introduction a little bit. But we know that Mark Thomford's going down with the Addiction truck, and Jamie's going down with Blue Smoothie Express truck. So I know that the Beer Money Pulling Team trailer is going down because Jamie's taking it down there.
Are they leaving Thursday?
I'm not sure, but I went over to Brent's today to get the shuttle bus because my daughter wants to use it to take her friends to school. And I brought it home to the house the other day, and I saw that. No, I'm going to drive it. I'm going to drive it.
I don't think they're gonna be driving to the elementary
Oh, we
school.
got somebody says if you want, you can have Jason talk about Saturday's upcoming event about MTTP to help promote pulling. That's Anna. Yeah, Anna. So I'm going to Waterford, Wisconsin this weekend, right? Yeah. And we're going to be talking about Anna. I think we got a lot of people. We're going to be talking about. Just is it a group of the pullers for the Midwest Truck and Tractor Pulling Association?
I think she's got some people from some fair boards and stuff coming, and Salama's going to come, and it's just going to be general. She tried to get somebody from every organization in the same room together.
So Anna's invited myself down there, Matt down there, Don Slamba down there, a bunch of different people. Basically talk to these promoters and different things like that. So that's one of the things I want to do. So thank you, Anna. And we'll be down there in Waterford, Wisconsin this Saturday to do that as well. So if you're watching on Facebook still, you can go ahead and kill mine. That's my personal page. We're live at beermoneypulling.com or at our YouTube channel. But back to where was I? I saw a squirrel that I jumped around.
You were talking about taking your daughter on.
Taking my daughter in the shuttle bus. So I went over to Gaffney's where we keep everything, and I saw he had the toter unhooked from the trailer. So that means Jamie's definitely getting ready to. Brent has the toter unhooked from the trailer, so take it down. So if you see the Beer Money Pulling Team trailer heading south, the Remedy is not in there, but there's 2 badass 3.0.
Yeah, I know. I wish I
diesel
could make it
trucks.
down there
I
this
do
weekend,
too.
but
I do too.
other
But
obligations. So
that's okay. That's okay. So
we'll get plenty of reports. So hopefully
So we're
some
gonna
good
be in,
video.
yeah, and we'll try to get Jamie and Mark on the phone Monday night. And that diesel corners, that's a big deal.
It's all diesel trucks. I think they did add a tractor class.
Yeah.
So
And
I
they did
believe
add to tractor class.
$3,000 to win Jamie's class and Mark's class. I believe is
The
what I
3.0
heard.
Limited Pros.
Yeah,
It's all PPL, the bigger classes. I saw that.
yeah. So they're having every diesel truck class that's pretty much sanctioned, all the way up from 2.5 all the way up to super stock diesel trucks. And so if you're a diesel truck fan and you're going to be in the Georgia area or in southeast part of the United States, that's definitely where you'd want to be this weekend. And I'm sure the weather, for the most part, I haven't checked the forecast for down that way, but
Saturday at 9 a.m. starts.
Yeah, I think it's an all-day poll.
What
basically.
town's that in?
Saturday at
That
9
is in
a.m.
White Plains, Georgia.
White
Shout
Plains,
out
Georgia.
to Liberty Truck and Tractor Pullers for putting a physical address on there.
Hey, way to go. Here, you take it over.
Yeah. Saturday, November 5th. Gates open at 9. Dyno Show and Shine sled pull. $20 to get in. $10 with a military ID. 10 and under's free. Classes include Pure Street Work Stock 2.5, Limited Pro Stock, and Invitational Super Stock. I believe Wes Kuslik went down there last year. Yeah. Did pretty well.
Can
And
you show
he-
your phone a little bit so I can kind of see the flyer so I know what kind of looks
Yeah.
Well,
Looks like that. It's not. There's not a page Diesels and Dark Corners. It's under Liberty Truck and Tractor.
Dirk's in the house.
So
Pilot
Show some in
Wisconsin.
Loganville. Yeah, though.
Yeah, that's not.
The region's a little bit.
2.5 is paying $18.50 for first place.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
the
a
biggest.
whopper of a purse for 2.5.
Yeah.
Right
Like I
there.
said, every purse in every diesel truck class is pretty much out of the realm what you've heard. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's $3,000 to win in the limited pro stock diesel truck. So I can't imagine what the super stock diesel truck category is.
They have a ton of great sponsors putting up that purse money.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Hopefully
that part of the country is like diesel truck mecca in
Yeah,
that part of
yeah.
the country.
yeah, I'm hoping we can get some live videos and stuff to share on Beer Money this weekend of what's going on down there.
But I think we're gonna go to
Yeah,
the
let's go
highlight
Brandon's
video.
video.
So
Do a highlight video.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I'll get Bruce on the phone while we're queuing up the video.
Jason's been posting questions all week, and that's what the video is about. What does torque look like?
This was
What does power look like? And
Tonight was what does Ford look
there's
like?
some interesting pictures mixed in here with
Okay,
some of this stuff.
yeah.
So
we'll definitely have the audio
We got
queued
some
up.
we got
so.
some educated fans out there. I like it. We got some smart asses too, which I enjoy as well. So.
cue the video. We'll see. What does torque look like? That's the first question.
He has been a winner here in the past in the Pennsylvania Posse. Now running with the big rig, Jerry Ray Harrower, Peterbilt Caterpillar. And he's down there with the
Just a random collection of different pictures that fans sent in. Deadweight polling.
Brian Myers in the house. There's what torque looks like.
Yeah.
Little steam engine.
What does torque look like? What does boost look like? I can't see it.
Yeah, that's a guy doing cocaine.
Yeah.
That was that's when
That's like
Danny Dean the Rooster. Nitrous bottle.
and then it inverts the pictures. It plays them backwards. So that's
Whose is that?
Andy Gerbach sent that
Yeah, but
to
whose
us.
is that?
Not what does power look like? That does the engine out of jacked up. That's one big ass engine. Renee Korth made sure I got Brian in there. That's a D11. What does power look like? Definitely a D11. Checking out at Gordyville, I believe.
Yep, Brian Anderson.
Banner Brothers, 6-engine configuration. Greg Dean, Bad Dog.
Photobomb.
Photobomb. That was one of our most popular pictures this week.
Wild Buck.
Wild Buck.
Halloween costume.
Yeah. That's Everman's.
Yep. How many tractors do they own?
3. 2 super stocks and a modified.
Yep. Sharon drives a lot.
4,000. We asked people to send us 4,000.
We bought another site, right?
Remember they're smaller.
There's a bunch of women around a John Deere. They must have been serving hard liquor that night.
Free liquor.
There's an old Louisville picture there. Some pictures from Europe. I think 4,000 series John Deere's are up there with the 66 series is probably the most pulled tractors. These are our Halloween costumes. This was sent in by a fan. He was dressed up as a Camaro owner. That's Wild Buck. It's our
Popular theme. The
yeah.
4000 series John Deere's.
most watched video. It's not a pulling. It's a misguided. Most watched video of the week. That's it. We're back.
I'm getting ready to call. I've got Bruce. the
Hello.
phone. Hey, Bruce, this is Jason Schultz with the Beer Money Pulling Team. You're live on Let's Grow Pulling. Monday night Halloween trick or treat. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you. Thanks for calling.
No, thanks for joining us. So it is the Western New York Pro Pulling.
Organization that runs medium-sized horsepower equipment. We go from 100 to 1,500 horse tractors, and we are a very family-oriented organization. Our pullers are not just pullers, but we're friends and families, and we all work towards a charity, the Ronald McDonald House of Western New York. And that's how we got involved with you guys. Is last year I was listening to a couple of your interviews, and we picked up many of your ideas and implemented them this year in our club, and it's been very successful.
And can you tell me about what ideas you heard, I guess, and share? Because
Yeah,
honestly, we're not the. All we do is we talk to people and we just share it. We're not any smarter than anybody else. We just like to share the ideas that we hear about.
A good friend of mine, John Volpos, who had given me a couple phone calls to listen to your guys' website or your site, your show, and we come across some stuff that we were critiquing for our tractor pull meetings. And One of them was to come across to a charity that we all believed in, and that's how we came across our Ronald McDonald House. The other thing is, you guys were talking about breakage and horsepower and consistency, and going through our rule changes this year, we're looking at that. We're not all about just horsepower. We want to be there for the whole season. We're worried about breakage and longevity, and we really strive to try to look at our pullers as a family and work together with each other.
No, that's great, and that's what you need to know what you are and what you have. You need to promote it. Don't try to pretend who you aren't. And I firmly believe in that. Know where you're coming from, and then just make it happen. And I'm proud of you for doing that. So, when does the pulling season start up in Western New York? Like, what towns? Like, where do you live, Bruce?
I live in Holland.
Okay.
But our Western New York area goes from Pennsylvania up to the Canadian border. We got about a 65, 70-mile radius from PA to the Canadian border, and then we go east, probably another 60 miles. So we cover Langford, Erie, Pennsylvania, Wattsburg. We go as far as Canandaigua, out that area. We cover a very large area. We go to Cambria, Newfane, Lockport, up towards that way north. So we incorporate quite a large area.
Awesome. So what are the class? Can you run through the classes for us?
Sure. We have a light pro farm class, mostly Division 4 tractors, style tractors.
Okay, so for the average fan, tell me what a light pro farm Division 4 is.
Well, we're about 100 to 150, 200 horse tractor, naturally aspirated. It's big block. You can go big block with a lower RPM limit, or you can go a smaller block with an open RPM limit. Probably 5,700 pound class, 8 mile an hour, between 8 and 12 mile an hour, depending on what the track conditions are.
Okay.
Our light pro stock class is a class that will go a little bit bigger. We're turboed. We probably run from 600 to 700 horse. It's a 6,500 pound class. Pretty exciting class. It's just where we're starting to blow a lot of smoke, build a lot of boost. We got a lot of wheel speed, but we also have an RPM limit if you go with a bigger turbo, or you can go with a smaller turbo and an open RPM limit. So we're trying to make it flexible enough and economical enough that we can encourage guys to come into this class and not spend a lot of money.
And that's important because, nobody's making money pulling. You know that, Bruce. You know what I mean?
No.
It's a hobby, and, it needs to be something you can enjoy. So what kind of numbers are you seeing in these first two classes that you're talking about? Like at an average, 6, 8, 10 tractors, 15, what are you seeing at a pull?
Yeah, I'm seeing probably a light pro farm class. I was talking to those fellows today. We're probably looking from 8 to 10 tractors for this coming season.
Great.
Our light pro stock tractor, we're probably anywhere from 10 to 15.
Nice.
We have our light supers that you guys are a little familiar with through Ed Shoebridge.
Yep.
And the Northern Pullers. There's probably 10, 12, 15 tractors, depending on where we're at. If we're in the travel class, we've seen as many as 20 tractors.
Okay.
In Langford, one of our local big pulls here, Ed's put together a show that's had 20 tractors in it.
That's
So
great.
It's a nice class. It's a travel class. The guys spend probably a third of their time on the road, going to different outings.
Okay, that's good to know. That's really, really
Yeah.
good to know. So how many other classes do you have total then?
We have 3 more other classes plus a semi class. We have limited pro stock diesel trucks. We have street legal semis. One of our most popular truck classes today is our 2.5 Pro street diesel pickups.
Okay.
It's a little inexpensive,
Yep.
cheaper class to get into. These guys have been awesome. They've been our backbone of the club for the whole year. We're running 15 trucks, 14, 15 trucks consistently every week. We're starting a new class this year. We're bringing in a hot farm stock class. We're trying to make it so the average guy can come pull his tractor. It's a 466 class, a 3LM turbo, 10.5 weight, and we're trying to get these guys in for under $10,000 and come pull with us.
And I think that's going to be very successful for you. I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
That 466 class, that's the Deere, that's the Alice, that's the Ford. You can fit all the colors in there, and everybody's got those laying around. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. We're pretty excited about bringing that class on. We're looking for more tractors all the time.
That's great.
We have 4 classes that are economical to pull with, and we have 3 classes that are higher horsepower, more expensive to come play with us, and then our semi-class. So we're a pretty well-rounded club, and we're not afraid to ask for help. When we go out of town, we go to Pennsylvania, we pull on Northwest pullers to have them come pull with us, or we go to Canada, we pull on Ontario pullers. We invite other clubs to come pull with us. Genesee Valley supplies our Division 4 tractors with us. So, we hire these guys to come pull with us, and we're a little light someplace, and we have fun.
No, that's fine. Hey, how many polls did you guys have in 2016?
This year we had 14 polls.
That's a nice number. What's your goal for 17?
We like to stay about the same. We're trying to. Most of our guys today have families, so we would like to, in a perfect world, pull every other week.
Okay.
That, in August it gets a little crazier than that. We tend to have 2 or 3 polls a week during the month of August. But if we can set it up and get our schedule right, we really like to go every other week if we could.
That's awesome. And it sounds like you know what you guys are doing, you know what you want, and that's the most important thing. You have a mission, you know what you're going after, and that's good. So what really got my attention, Bruce, is when you sent me that video over the weekend, and after we hang up the phone with you, we're going to show you that video that I believe is it Keith that made that? I forget. Matt Finley, right?
Matt Finley made that video for us. He's a college student that is local college student, and he helped us out this year. He needed a project for school, and it was awesome. He did a great job on it, and we were pretty excited about it.
I shared that everywhere I could today. I put that up on Pull Off. I put that up on Beer Money. I put up Let's Grow Pulling, and between Brandon, Brandon's our main Facebook guy, but we got about 25 different pages we run, and we've made every page from garden tractors to pedal tractor pulling to the Beer Money to Let's Grow Pulling to 4-wheel drive diesel trucks, gas trucks, 2-wheel drive diesel tractor pulling, farm stocks, Alki. We do everything we can to try to promote pulling. We're kind of obsessed with this, and we put it in all those different pages for you because I was really impressed because that's a good example of, I feel, what this winter, what Pulling Association needs to do. They can share this at their fair conventions. They can share this at their banquet. An example of this. They can share it with promoters, sponsors, different things like that. So kudos to you guys for getting on board with that. So before I let you go, Bruce, can you kind of tell me, if I'm a promoter or if I'm a fan or I'm a sponsor, how do I find the Western New York Pro Pulling Series?
Well, we have multiple sites. We do have a website. It's WNY Pro Pulling Series.
Okay.
And then our website is also WNYProPullingSeries.com.
Okay.
And then if anybody's out there who would like to join our club, they can always just call me at 716-864-6485 or Bruce Money at AOL.com.
So WNYProPulling.com?
Right.
Okay.
Pro Pulling Series.
ProPullingSeries.com. Perfect. We'll get that shared out there for you. So anything else you want to let us know before we let you go, Bruce?
No, we just, I'm really proud of the guys we have working for us. I haven't learned anything else in the last year. To make an organization like this work right, it takes many people. One guy can't do it.
Correct.
It's a shared venture, and I've had some really great help.
Are you a puller yourself, Bruce, or how'd you get involved in being president of this group?
My son is a puller.
Your son's a puller.
I'm the builder, I'm the sponsor, and I'm the guy that keeps my son pulling, and that's how we got involved.
No, very, very good. That's what it's all about. Hey, thank you for loving pulling, and thank your son for loving pulling. And if there's anything we can ever do, send a message to the Beer Money Pulling team. Brandon is our main Facebook guy. He'll grab that message and he'll share your stuff. And I thank you for sending that video to us. As soon as I saw that YouTube video, I watched it and I fell in love with it. And like I said, as soon as I got some time, I put it out there on our page, on our website, and shared it out there best I could because I thought it was a great example of what I felt every association could do this winter. Because at the end of the day, there's still way more, associations like your state level associations, because that's the grassroots of pulling. You know what I mean, Bruce? There's more associations like yours than there is anybody else in the whole world. And that's what we have to do to keep growing this thing. So thank you for everything that you do. If there's anything we can ever do here at the Beer Money Pulling Team or Let's Grow Pulling, you just let us know and we're going to take care of you, okay?
Well, thank you very much, and I want to thank you guys for doing what you do because you really give us a lot of good ideas and inspiration to keep going.
Well, what we do is we just share what we share what we hear, and that's what we can do. Because at the end of the day, we want to get more fans in the stands, and so the promoters can make more money to pay, to give the pullers more money someday. And that's why we do this. So, thank you for everything, and have a happy Halloween. Okay.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Bruce. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
I'm going to have Ryan cue up the video. I just got off the phone with Bruce, the president of the Western New York Pro Pulling Series. So this is a video I was talking about. So Matt, one of their college students, he's a part of their association. He put this video together. And if you're a pulling association, you need to check this out because you can do this for your fair boards and different stuff like that. This is really good.
Whatever donation you can give back to the Ronald McDonald House. It can be small, it can be big, we'll take whatever you got, but that's our goal, is to give it all back to charity, 100%, we keep none of it. Thank you for coming. I think we're about ready to get rolling here. Have a great evening. Thanks again. The pits are just chock full of tractors and trucks. We've got semis, we've got all kinds of trucks and tractors here. They've had a huge turnout of equipment to put on a great show tonight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, we've got an action-packed show tonight.
Travis, and I'm here because my nephew and some of his friends here, but you're right here. They're here to pull their trucks, and this is my daughter and my niece, and they both wanted to come and watch. So we're just here to have fun and have a good time.
Well, I'm Emily.
I'm JT.
And I just love the whole experience of the polls, just being here with people I know a lot of people.
I've been riding around with the Monies for the past 4 years doing this now. Obviously Vic's my favorite, and Gabe Vino is probably my favorite truck puller, so yeah.
My name is Tara Vanderbush. This is my first tractor pull, and my favorite thing is hanging out with friends and eating the food.
Alright, okay. My name's William Quinn. This is my first year here, and my favorite class is the tractors, just normal tractors.
Just normal?
Best part about it is rolling coal.
Rolling coal?
That's the best
Rolling
part.
coal. Nice, thank you. So it's just what I've been asking people is like, you don't have to answer any of them.
Well, they call me Big Daddy.
Big Daddy? Okay. Okay, so your name, it could be Big Daddy. What your favorite part about the pulls is, and how long you been coming?
It's my first time here, but I've been to a lot of tractor pulls. Number one, still the girls, but the tractors are nice too. And the trucks, I like it all.
You like it all?
Yep.
Good.
Is this your first time at a tractor pull?
Have you come to many tractor pulls before?
Board is full.
Do you like tractor
We
pulls?
need to keep these grounds and be respectful of it.
Welcome back to Let's Grow Polling. I'm Ryan Zolik. We'll be joining with Jesse Dawson here just shortly. He's going to be talking about the Liberty, Kentucky with the National Quarter Scale Polling Series. And as we bring him in now, Jesse, thanks for joining us here on Let's Grow Polling, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
How was your day? Did you get a chance to go trick-or-treating at all?
Yeah, we had several people stop by the house. It was a lot of fun.
So how's it? So you're going to be announcing at the National Quarter Scale their indoor poll down in Liberty, Kentucky. Also, you're on the Polling Radio Network, Kentucky Polling News. And so, first of all, why don't you introduce yourself to the Let's Grow Polling audience?
My name is Jesse Dawson. I've been a tractor polling announcer for about 18 years here in the state of Kentucky and Tennessee, and I just enjoy all types of motorsports outside of truck and tractor pulling as well.
And can just give our audience a little insight of the National Quarter Scale Series and what type of classes that they'll be pulling this weekend down in Liberty, Kentucky.
The National Quarter Scale Pulling Series is a championship pulling series that starts out in January, and they have about 5 or 6 shows a year. They're all 2-day shows all across the country. They're all inside, so the weather doesn't play as big a factor. And they have pullers from all across the United States and Canada. Some of the classes that they'll be running in Liberty, Kentucky will be Pro Stocks, Super Stock, Pro Outlaw, Stock Altered, Outlaw, and Light Pro Stock.
And when you talk about National Quarter Scale, is this like then it's a type of garden tractor pulling series? Is that correct?
Yes.
So what would be like the horsepower range of like the top class that for the National Quarter Scale Series for the, I believe, is the Outlaw class and be like the top for horsepower range?
That would be the Pro V Twins. They run twin cylinder Kohler Commands, a lot of them, and they put out about 200 horsepower.
On that's a pretty good horsepower range for such a small engine. And so with the Liberty Kentucky poll, if you know people are in the area and want to check it out, with this indoor polling, with I know it's pretty big with like the Garden Tractor Series. There's a couple of big indoor polls up in the Midwest. I know in Iowa it's pretty big. And what could people expect there this weekend? It's a 2-day event, is that correct?
Yes, this is the final event of the 2016 season for these guys. So champions will be crowned on Saturday. Also, not only with the National Quarter Scales, we've got a local group that Commonwealth Garden Tractor Pullers will be running on Saturday. We'll be running 2 tracks. but the National Quarter Scale Series, this bull is being promoted by Midwest Super Cub Julian Stahl and Company and Nitro Kenny Corneliuson out of Richmond, Kentucky. And these guys always put on a good show. We had pullers from 12 states in Canada last year. There will be multiple vendors there, as well as everybody pits inside, so you get an up close and personal look at all the pulling machines that'll be there.
Yeah, and I'm with the Garden Tractor Pulling Series. I know earlier this year when we had some Garden Tractor pullers on the different ranges of horsepower, and right down from your basically stock all the way up to what you're talking about, 200 horsepower. It's quite the engineering feat that they're doing with Garden Tractor pulling engines.
Yeah, one of the bigger feats is in their super stock class, they take a recast 16-horse Kohler block, and they have a 50.5 cubic inch limit. They can run a billet head. They put a billet rod and piston and such in it, and they run 3 carburetors into one manifold.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically the amount of money and type of engineering that they're going into with these Garden Tractors are basically on the same scale as the top of the line pullers with the billet engines and the parts, and like you're talking about the Midwest Super Cub and their sponsorship with the in the world of Garden Tractor pulling. It's quite the feat that what they're able to do with the billet engines and the parts that they can get for such a small engine, and what they actually got to work with.
Yeah, for somebody that has never been to one of those events, I highly recommend it because the technology is just amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be surprised, especially once you get up in those upper echelons. And this is probably with the National Quarter Scale, like you're talking about, people coming all the way down from Canada to pull. And do the the ones that come from Canada, do they come down for this event, or are they actually pulling kind of all season, or do they kind of hit and miss with the schedule with the National Quarter Scale Series?
A lot of the guys, they try to make every pull because it's a championship series. They're earning points for the end of the season. The points champions get a embroidered fire suit jacket with their name and their class that they won in it embroidered on it. So that is a nice points champion gift.
Yeah, and that's something you can wear and be proud of if you come away this weekend with a points championship.
Yeah, the pool it's a lot of fun. It's an all day affair. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we'll usually wrap it up a little after 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, what we've some people chatting on.
Yeah, Eric Pruitt's chiming in on you, Jesse. He's trying to steal the show, The Godfather. He said that, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Chuck Hobbs, one of our loyal listeners.
He's a super fan.
He's a super fan with American Mini Pullers. Jesse, he's saying that $10,000 for an objected single engine 50.5 inch cube, 50.5 cube injected. Wow, that's a lot of coin into a Garden Tractor. Jesse, I had no idea, buddy.
Well, like we had back on in March when we were talking about
Randall Kessler.
Yeah, what he was talking about with their club and the amount of money that people will put into a Garden Tractor is just about what people will put into a normal size tractor or truck, but they're still having fun on whatever their budget is.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the fuel injection has come along in the last couple of years. Julian and them at Midwest Super Cub have really worked on that. And so, like Jason said, the technology is just amazing on these little tractors.
Yeah, and I believe even in the diesel realm, there's some people wanting to get like the mini diesel type tractors like they have in Europe over here now, and I think that would be a fun class once eventually that gets going.
I talked to John Stranley, and then I don't know if Jesse knows who John Stranley is, but he's the president of our Tri-County Pullers. He's got the chicken on the chain, open blown mini rod. He's the one I got to drive their tractor a couple years ago in the fall, and he talked about they're going to have a couple diesel tractors coming. And I just think that's going to help grow the sport, more exposure for the sport.
Pull in their open class, right? Is that what they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesse, what kind of fan base is going to come and watch this event? Do you think this Saturday and Sunday, or is it 2 days, Jesse? Or is it just 1 day?
It's 2 days.
Is it 2 days?
Yep.
How many fans are going to come to watch the event?
There'll probably be a couple hundred come
Couple
in.
hundred people? Okay. How many? But we'll probably have, 400 or 500 pullers there, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a lot of hooks.
It's a lot of hooks, yeah.
They,
Well, if you're starting at 9 a.m. and getting around, that 7, 8 o'clock mark, that you're definitely gonna be having the hooks. So.
Yeah, they have some of their classes are so big they have to split them up into heats and do like they do at the farm machinery show. Take the top so many out of each heat and then bring them back into a finals at the end of the day.
Yeah, I can just imagine, especially if this being their championship event, it's probably, if you're in the garden tractor scene, this is probably one of the top events that you're going to want to hit, even if you don't pull with them throughout the whole season.
Yeah, they have got a good base of pullers that are loyal to the series, and these guys really put on a good show.
And how many different for the national quarter scale? What's your normal polling base when you're during your normal season? How many pullers are you normally getting at an event? Does this one quad? Is it bigger, or is this about your average? Where you're talking about 450, or is this one of the bigger events?
This is one of the. It has grown over the last couple of years. The biggest event that the Quarter Scale Series has is in Springfield, Ohio. It used to be the Columbus Winter Nationals, but they moved it over to Springfield, Ohio. It's run by the Hilliard Garden Tractor Club.
Jesse, is that the same time as Gordyville last year? Does that sound right?
I think so.
Yeah, because people were sending a whole bunch of pictures to the page while we were in Gordyville, and that's what I was trying to remember all that now. Okay, good.
Yeah, our super fans said they had around 1,200 hooks in 2 days there at Springfield last winter.
Okay.
And then one of the signature classes up in Springfield is their open class, which they take a single cylinder and put a root style supercharger on it.
Jeez. That's crazy. That is completely insane. So, how long have you been announcing for NQS, Jesse?
This is my 3rd year.
Okay. So what has drawn you to the NQS?
I just like the camaraderie at these at the NQS shows, because everybody's there together, and you see the pits. You can walk through the pits and visit with people, and they're there talking and sharing parts and things like that. It's like a big family event.
What can we do to help you get more fans there this weekend, do you think?
What'd you say?
What can we do to help you get more fans there this weekend, more spectators into the stands?
It's a good show.
Okay.
I think it's like maybe $10 to get in.
Only $10 to get in. Good.
$10 to get in.
Is there any way is there an actual poster or flyer for the event at all that you can send us to the Beer Money Polling Team page, and Brandon can share that for us all week?
Yes, I can send you one. Yes.
Okay, Brandon just said he has it. Okay, November 4th and 5th, NQS polling. Okay, good.
And I believe they have a Facebook page when I was searching them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they, Kenny and Jillian and the whole NQS gang, part of our NQS gangs from up in your neck of the woods up in Wisconsin, the V&H pulling sled will be there.
Yep, and they're the ones that up at Waupun.
Okay.
And different groups like that. Because when I talked to Jesse this afternoon, we talked for a little bit around 4 o'clock today, and he was getting ready to go, for the kids to come to his house, go trick or treating. And I had a meeting, but we were just catching up on stuff, and that's the one thing we were talking about was how can I help get more fans to to the poll this weekend to listen to Jesse announce and see all this, because it is awesome. I mean, for $10, that's what I still don't get. That's what drives me nuts about polling. We went to the Badger Iowa game 2 weeks ago, and Iowa got beat by Wisconsin. I'm going to have to admit it again, Jesse. I'm a huge Iowa Hawkeye fan, Jesse. And who do you cheer for in college football, Jesse?
Wait until basketball season.
It's
probably
I like the Louisville. Cardinals.
You like the Louisville Cardinals? They're doing pretty good this year, aren't they?
Yeah, football-wise.
Yeah, they've only lost one game. They're doing really well.
How far do you live from Louisville, then?
About 86 miles south of Louisville.
About 86 miles south of Louisville. That's awesome. Well, I hope I get it. Well, I'm coming to Louisville no matter what this year because I'm going to be helping Miles do some stuff down there this year, so that'll be good. So hopefully I bring my tractor with me as well. So it'll be good to finally meet you in person. That'll be great. But that's the one thing.
Yeah.
You know, we'll spend $50 to $100 to go to a college or a pro game,
Or
right?
like 300,
or
depending on
300,
your seats.
and then we'll let security guards search us down.
Yeah.
And they take my wife's purse, right? And they don't let you bring in a clear bag.
Yeah.
$10 on a beer, $7 on a hot dog.
Depends
but
on
we,
what stadium you're going.
But we go to a tractor pull, Jesse. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we complain about $10 or whatever. I don't quite get that yet. And that's what Eric and I talked. I was on Eric's show,
It's all-
Jesse, last Thursday night. You know, The Godfather. And it's just like I don't know.
Take the World Series for example. Right now, to get into Wrigley Field to buy a ticket was $3,000 a ticket.
Jesus.
$3,000 for one ticket. So that was the cheapest ticket in. Or you could go to the bar across the street and pay $100 just to go to the bar, just to get into the bar. You haven't paid for the drinks.
That's crazy.
So that was just a cover charge.
It's a different. It's
I
a
know.
different world, Jesse. That's a different world, buddy.
I announced a pull in Livingston, Tennessee this year, and on a Saturday night at Fair Fair in Overton County, Tennessee, and it was $5 a head to get in, and they had over 6,000 people there.
Nice. Nice.
And it was the most enthusiastic crowd I've ever been in front of, man. They were just loving every bit of it.
What pulling association was there, Jesse? Just so I know.
Kentucky Under Truck Pullers Association.
Okay.
They put on that show. They always do a fine job. We've got several good groups here in the state of Kentucky. Battle of the Bluegrass.
But my point was, Jesse, that it wasn't Grand National NTPA or Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League. You know what I mean? People
yes,
just
we
saw
have
they saw a
pull.
good show for $5. Do you know what I mean? And that's my point sometimes. That's my point sometimes. They just want to see a good show for a fair price.
Yeah, the Lucas Oil Series pulls down in Franklin, Kentucky. It's I think $20 or $26 to get in each day, and it's a 2-day show, and it's always a good show. It's on national TV.
Yep.
As long as the rain holds out.
That's TS. That's TS, right, Jesse?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
TS Performance Pull.
Yep.
Then we have the Meade County Fair NTPA Grand National.
Yep.
Usually in July, and it's I think $10 to get in.
Wow.
For a Grand National show, so that's really reasonable.
That's great.
Our audience is getting a little wild over there.
Then we have the National Farm Machinery Show this year, making some big changes, bringing back the modified four-wheel drives on Wednesday night, moving the diesel super stock tractors to Friday night, and welcoming in the 4.1 limited pro stocks on Thursday night.
No, that's great. That's great. I'm really excited about that. Having the diesel supers are still my favorite class in the whole world, Jesse. And I know that class is dying. I hate to admit it, but putting 4 turbos under the hood of anything, I have so much respect for the diesel super stock puller today. For them continue to do what they do, Jesse. And I always felt like it was a shame to have them on Wednesday night. I really did, Jesse. And you know what I mean? Because that's the premier pulling class.
If you go
don't
back,
you feel?
when you watch the older videos on YouTube, like in the 90s and the early 2000s, they were always the premier class,
Yep.
and then the pro stocks and so on down.
Right.
And now, when they pushed them to Wednesday, it really, made a difference. And of course, now the pro stocks is their go-to class.
Yeah, when I started going to the Farm Machinery Show in 1987, it was like modified four-wheel drives and pro stocks and modifieds on Wednesday night.
Okay.
And that was just a couple of years after they stopped having all the different weight classes for each division.
Okay.
And became the more of a standard set of weights. And they was always packed out. And I think this year we've got new leadership on the Kentucky State Fair Board, so that runs the National Farm Machinery Show, and so it may be some good changes coming in store.
Yeah, I think they definitely took a great step forward to kind of change up the show and not just being the same old every year like it has been probably for like the last 10 years.
Well, I'm just excited to have a chance to for the 4.1. I'm being pretty selfish.
That's probably the biggest change in a long time for that
but
show.
it's a whole that brings a whole different set of fans into the show, Jesse. You have to agree. The 4.1 Limited Pro, I mean, we're one of the fastest growing classes in the country, and it brings a whole different set of fans in to the show. You know what I mean? And that's what they have to do ultimately. You do that. So
yeah, and with I wasn't the biggest fan about bringing in the super stock diesel four-wheel drive trucks as compared to the gas trucks or the modified fours. But after seeing the show and seeing how those guys have really grown in the last couple of years, and not only in performance-wise, but in how they do indoors, and the fan base, like you say, they bring in a huge fan base.
Yeah, diesel trucks, Jesse, and up in upper Midwest, and I haven't been south enough to watch pulling. I mean, my closest thing that is Eric Pruitt. That's my southern connection to pulling, and different stuff like that. So hey, before we wrap up the show, we really try to keep our show to an hour, not to lose everybody. But I want to. This is great to talk to you finally, and we're gonna definitely have you on the show more. You're a very, very good guest. Why do you love the sport of truck and tractor pulling? What makes Jesse Dawson? Why are you so passionate? Because you know the time and the energy and the talent that it takes to do what you do, the announce and the run and the shows and stuff like that. Why do you do what you do?
I just love the people. Through the years, I've made a lot of lifelong friends through the sport of truck and tractor pulling. And, we may not be related by blood, but we're all related by dirt. We're one big happy dirt family.
Related by dirt. I like that. I like it a lot, Jesse.
And it's the people. It's not only the pullers, but it's the fans going to the show and seeing a little kid being the first time at a pull, and seeing a kid that loves the tractors and knowing the people, and seeing a kid that's up next to a tractor, and I know that driver, and I can go get that driver and say, hey, this kid likes your tractor, and the driver will go over and set the kid up on it. And seeing the look in that kid's eyes.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
I agree. That's why I gave out hero cards when kids were trick-or-treating at my house. And I had kids say, I've seen your tractor run before. And that made me happy because my favorite memories were growing up as a kid sitting on the Iron Elk of Ernie Ropp and Warren Ropp's tractor, that John Deere 4430. And those are still my favorite memories as a kid. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, then quickly go ahead.
And that's what got me started in the sport of truck and tractor pulling. My very first pull was here at a fair here at home, and I got to sit in the seat of the Varner Brothers Gold Thunder truck years ago, and they took my picture and sent me a copy of that picture.
Nice.
And I still have that. And getting to sit into the seat of Buddy Jean's super stock four-wheel drive truck Nightlife.
Those are the TNT days, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then hanging out with Mitchell Coomer and getting to know the sport as a crew member, that was a lot of fun as well.
Yep. So, hey, Jesse, before we let you go, can you plug your show that you do on the Pulling Radio Network, please?
Yes, my show is Kentucky Pulling News, coming to you on Wednesday night at 6:30, covering all types of pulling here in the state of Kentucky, not only from the event standpoint, but pullers as well that pull on the national circuit. And coming up this week, we'll be doing our favorite sites and video YouTube channels to keep us going through the wintertime when there's no live action on the track.
Perfect. Jesse, if you ever need anything promoted, please send it to our Beer Money Pulling Team page. And Brandon, our Facebook wizard, he'll get that shared out there for you. And that's what we love to do is to promote pulling, because that's what Facebook has made us popular, the Beer Money Pulling Team. And that's what we like to do, is just promote. So, Jesse, thank you for taking the time tonight. Happy Halloween trick-or-treat, and good luck this weekend. And thank you for your time tonight, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
So we had Jesse Dawsey there, Ryan, and he's going to be doing the NQS poll this weekend. He knows on the Pulling Radio Network, and obviously very passionate about the sport and very knowledgeable about the sport as well. And we'll get to meet him down in Louisville in February, and very excited about that. So, Brandon, I'm going to give you the microphone. Wrap up your portion of the show, buddy. Talk to me. What's going on? Wake up, Johnson.
I was just reading about the Ultimate Call-Out Challenge.
Then do it.
In April.
Talk about
That's what I was...
Waiting for you, Brandon. Wrap up the show.
All right, I was
Facebook.
reading something
All right,
else.
Don't worry about that. Talk about the show. Talk about the page. What do you want people to do this week? We'll do more themes. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm at work in the morning. It's hard to do themes. But I'll try. Just keep sending your pictures and videos because it's going to be a long winter.
Yep.
And I don't, even though I have 4,000 pictures and thousands of videos on my hard drive, that's not enough to keep us going. So I've always been a fan-driven page. That's what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
So
Ryan?
Well, next week I'll be. I'm looking forward to heading out west. So
you're not gonna be here next Monday night?
Nope, I will be here Monday night, and I leave on Tuesday.
Okay, so what the following Monday we have to figure it out.
The following Monday.
We have to figure it out.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to bring
so,
Doc in.
Yeah. Our audience is gonna have to.
No, him and I are both gonna be on vacation. You gonna do a show by yourself, Brandon? No, no.
Well,
you just play videos for an hour. I'm not afraid. We'll figure it out. So.
Well, I'll have to Skype from San Diego, and wherever you're at.
Yeah, I don't know if that passed the. Is there an FCC on YouTube or anything like that? We're gonna be in Punta Cana.
Oh, you're gonna be
for drunken debauchery. That's
okay,
what.
I'm gonna be close to Tijuana.
Hey, cool. So, it's been another great. We're really.
I don't have a passport yet.
We're really gonna start.
I'm not gonna jump the border.
We're really gonna start focusing on Gordyville and all the other indoor pulling coming up this, with everything coming up this winter, and that's what it's all about. So we need ideas. Send us to our page, the Beer Money Pulling Team page. That's where it's at. That's how we found out about what the Western New York Pro Pulling Series. Jesse Dawson called me today, talked about the NQS. I mean that's if you want us to be promoting you. Give us a shout out. That's what you got to do. It's simple as that.
Yeah, I'm working on championship videos for Badger State for their banquet coming up in December. I'm also working on it's gonna be playback videos. I'm gonna call them for the Badger State series since I was there pretty much all summer, and some WTPA events. I'm gonna put on my YouTube page. So that's what I'm gonna be working on throughout the winter.
And if they haven't checked out that Western New York Pro Pulling, that's a cool video. I mean, and they could hire you to do something like that. They can hire Brandon to do something like that. Anybody with has go through the computer, get the video, get that. That's something to show at your fair conventions and different things like that.
Those are the type of videos I love about pulling because it shows a different aspect of just the video, but it shows the
the
crowd.
fans.
That's where
exactly.
That's what sponsors want to see.
The promoters.
That's what promoters want to see. That's what the fair boards want to see is how
we're not short of pullers.
No.
Fans. We're not short of fans either, but we want to take it to the next level. Yeah. More sponsors, more fans. Let's grow pulling.
I'll do a fan video during Dollar Beers at Utica next year. That'd be interesting. So,
thank you for joining us on the Halloween edition. Let's Grow Pulling. Have a good night, everybody.